competitiveness is definitely legendary.
And he's trying to line up games against the best teams that we can play and give our kids 28 games, right? So he's really working hard on that. And again, that's not something that you're going to see.
The field. Mr. Kilby is the first baseball coach from the EGUSD to win the Model Coach Award.
Mr. Kilby has been chosen as the male coach to represent the CIF SAC Joaquin section at the state level. He is one of 10 coaches nominated from across California to potentially be chosen as the CIF State Model Coach of the Year.
First off, I've known Brian a long time when he first started coaching over at Laguna Creek High School. And for a long time there, he had left and went to Franklin and started the program over here with Coach Cody, and always, heard through the grapevine of what a great job he was doing, and knew that there was someday that I wanted to go coach with him. Even though he's younger than me and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. The guy is probably the most respected coach in Northern California right now, and I think that needs to be said. People call him to figure out what to do and with what's going on with the pandemic, with the schedule. And so I wanted to be a part of that. And it's partly why, I chose to coach with him again and want my sons to play for him.
I came in kind of like him to be fairly organized, and he's very organized and has practice plans. And as far as the big picture of a program, he's really good at looking at that and seeing what we need to do to develop the student athletes from freshman year all the way through senior year, and just give them the best opportunities to compete. Whether it's trying to line up the best competition, having organized practices where we break down on what we feel we need to work on, turn our weaknesses into maybe strengths of our program, and then enhance things that the kids do well, and also make it fun for the kids. So I'd say those two areas in coaching and in teaching, he'd be a great influence.
My first feeling was shock. I was pretty surprised by that honor for sure. Actually, I was told by Mr. Cody and Mrs. Albiani. They came to my office and let me know before it was made public, and I was extremely humbled and just honored for sure. But I think my first feeling was a feeling of like shock and like amazement, like really? They chose me, So that was pretty neat.
Mr. Kilby's such a great coach and a teacher, both on and off the field, because even in the classroom, he brings positive vibes anywhere he goes. In the classroom, we feel unified, and we're very productive as a leadership group on campus. And also on the field, even at our lowest, he'll always bring positive energy, and that can be the difference between turning the season around or turning a game around, turning an inning around. So yeah, he's very positive, and it shows, and it helps, and it reflects on everyone.
Again, my strength, and I think with Coach too, it's just our we care about you guys, like most teachers, right?
Who's someone big that had a big impact in you in coaching?
All right, yeah, parents. My parents for sure. I have great parents. My mom and dad both are actively involved in all my sports growing up, and then kind of follow my coaching experiences as well. So them first and foremost. I had outstanding coaches and mentors and teachers when I was in high school, playing basketball and baseball, and so they played a huge role as well. Some of those teachers include people like Jeff and Dave Platt, Randy Watanabe, Dave Nickerson, Mark Nill, Jerry Haynes. I could go on and on. There's quite a few that I had that in high school that are role models of mine and people that I looked up to for sure. And really a big part of the reason why I even got into teaching and got into coaching is because I saw the influence that they had on my life, and I wanted to kind of reciprocate that and do the same for young adults that I would have the opportunity to teach and coach.
The most memorable, maybe the favorite memory, most memorable would be winning the North section, and just the look on his face. I also remember he was sick as a dog that whole week because he had graduation and Disneyland like the week before and all that stuff going on. And he was just worn down physically, but yet he was there leading us to that North Section Championship, and just seeing how prideful he was of looking at the kids and stepping back and letting them enjoy the moment. Brian's not the type of guy that's going to go out in the middle of the dog pile with all the kids and stuff. He's going to sit back and kind of watch it, enjoy it. So that was really fun to experience that with him. I'd say off the field, just having fun with him, like especially when we've been on different trips, even just going down to the beach or just hanging out with him in the car ride down, to LA when we're coaching down in the summer and just having a good time, for that long trip. Those are pretty memorable. And it's always a good time when you are with Coach Kilby.
My favorite moment with Coach Kilby is probably when he would give me and my brother rides to practices or games, and we would just joke around the whole time in the car.
The most memorable moment with Coach Kilby is when he pulled an April Fool's prank on us. Him and another coach decided to come out and kind of get on us. And they just kind of got on all of our nerves, but they were doing it on purpose. And it kind of made everyone else mad. It was a big April Fool's prank, and it was pretty funny. And it's little stuff like that that keeps us sane at practice, because sometimes, the players can drive each other insane. We spend 6 days a week with each other. So, yeah, it's little stuff like that that makes him a good coach and separates him from really everyone else. I mean, he's a good guy on and off the field, and I'm really grateful to have him, and I can't imagine playing high school baseball for anyone else.
Kilby is just a tremendous leader in the baseball community. We host a coaching clinic every year in late January and at Franklin High School. And so coaches from the Bay Area and Northern California come to Franklin High School, and the leading coaches in the area, whether it's Division I, like we'll have the Sac State coach, we'll have top community college coaches come and speak to us about practice schedules or skill development. But we host that, and Brian is the guy that is the lead on that. And then also within this area, with everything going on with COVID, he's like the go-to guy that coaches are talking to about the different tier system we have with the color codes for practices and what the schedules might look like. And so he's kind of put things together for our own program and other programs to be able to play games once we get the go-ahead. But
and then some experiences that I've had that have been just like off the charts memorable. 2012, we won the city championship. 2013, we almost repeated as city champions. We lost in the championship game in the city championship. We've won 2 Delta League titles in the last 9-10 years. But I think more importantly, you could talk about all those things, and I could specifically talk about the 2012 team or the 2013 team for an hour and go through player by player, game by game. But for me, it's more than that. It's just the opportunities that we have to build memories for these high school athletes on the baseball field, and when they graduate, seeing them go into the real world, whether it's college, whether it's the military, whether it's into the workforce right away, and just seeing them be successful young men who then have turned into great fathers, great husbands, and they continue to be great sons. That's why I coach, is to see those experiences and know that you might have played just a small role, but you helped. Your role was meaningful, and you helped in that process.
I'd just like to tell Mr. Kilby that he's a stud, and I'm really grateful to have him, and I can't wait to play the season with you.
Coach Kilby, you're the man.